Alright, hello. This video is being made from a subscriber who made a request asking about the dress code for being a teacher, asking about how to keep, I think the word was, your social life in the green zone, if I'm quoting correctly, which means like, I guess, like how to make friends or how to connect with people when you're so detached, when you're so, removed from most of the expats. And the other question was about working out, I believe. So, yeah, I'll happy to answer those questions. So let's start out with clothes, dress code for what you wear as a teacher. Now keep in mind, like I always say this in all my videos, it's going to be different where you teach at in Vietnam, what school you teach at, if it's a language center, if it's a public school, every place is going to have different things. From every school that I've ever taught at, it's always been business casual. So that means, I could wear something like just a long sleeve shirt. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be tucked in. I could wear jeans as long as they're not blue jeans. You could wear like black jeans or something like that. I wear tennis shoes, or you could dress up and do business formal, but you don't have to. Usually just in the beginning you'll do that, but yeah, business casual. As a man, women have a lot more leniency when it comes to what they're able to wear. One of my friends, well, I haven't talked to her in 2 years, but she was my mentor when I first moved out here. So like when I first moved here during 2021, she was this hippie girl from Florida who was a fellow American, and she kind of showed me the ropes about how to be a teacher. And yeah, she would just wear dresses and like hippie kind of like dresses, had cool hair, bracelets, jewelry, all that kind of stuff. Like the typical kind of the hippie relaxed kind of, you know what I mean if you've been to America. So yeah, girls could just kind of wear whatever they want. I've seen girls just wear T-shirts, to be honest with you, especially if you're working with young students and you're expected to be moving around a lot. Well, then yeah, just wear what you want. I've not seen any situation except for management positions where you've had to like dress up in formal, clothing. My style, my personal thing, what I do is, I keep it generally something like, if you look back at most of my videos, it'll be something like this, something like this, or I might wear a dress shirt tucked in but no tie. As I've lost more weight, as I've lost all the weight that I had, I've been able to increase the variety of things that I could wear. Obviously, since I could wear more clothes. So yeah, if you're a man, just bring some black jeans, bring some gray jeans, something like that. It doesn't have to be dress slacks. You could do dress shoes if you want, depending on, if you're trying to be a businessman, if you're trying to go up, trying to be management and all that. But just a pair of black sneakers, as long as they don't look like Jordans or something like that. Like me, I wear Vans, but they're all black, so you can't really tell. Vans are skating shoes. And yeah, so when it comes to grooming, so yeah, when I first was coming to Vietnam, a certain family member told me that I had to, and he told me this in good faith. Obviously, he didn't mean it like to be bad or anything. Can you still see me if this light here hurts my hand to hold this thing? Try to keep it steady here. Let me move. There we go. He told me that in Vietnam, it's a collectivist society. Everybody has to look the same. If you have long hair, if you have tattoos, if you have facial hair, you're not going to get hired. No one's going to take you serious. Well, guess what? I have long hair. I just got out of the shower, so yeah, I have long hair, and yeah, like granted, like people just getting used to me. It's just part of like who I am. Like you stay somewhere long enough, people just kind of say, "Oh, that's Atticus," or I go by a different name here. But yeah, that's But keep in mind though, there is a basic principle about human nature, which is if you're not in the crowd, if you're not part of the in crowd, if you stand out, you are going to be targeted by people who will either be envious of your success, who will be jealous of your freedom. When I say freedom, I mean in the sense of that, like, freedom to be yourself. For example, let me tell you a story about a guy. Me and him, all right, we do the exact same job. And this guy, I imagine, has had to sell a lot of who he is and operate on such a fake level to be able to get to where he's at. Whereas I just did me. I've never apologized for being who I am. I hate conformity. I will conform. I'm not a kid. I'm not an 18-year-old rebelling, but I'm not going to change who I am for a job. Jobs come and go. Being true to yourself is one of the most important things that you could do for here, and actually, in the big picture, others really respect you. So just keep in mind, you come in here with long hair, like I did cut mine when I first moved here. I was afraid, but now I just grow it back out. You've seen me many videos where I just grow my beard out. Like right now it's shaved. As a woman, I've seen every hairstyle. Like, girls are pretty much free to do. When I say girls, don't take offense. Women are pretty much free to do however they want with their hair. So, yeah, the dress code, I hope that helps. I would recommend when you first start as a teacher, making a good first impression. Vietnam, and also it doesn't hurt if you're good looking. So if you can make yourself look attractive, and attractive is subjective, I know, but like Asian culture is very, very petty when it comes to like looks. Like they put so much emphasis on the way that they look, to the point where they're using face filters on everything that makes them look like so dysmorphia. Like, how there's like body dysmorphia where people sometimes will think that they're overweight when they're not. Why? Like, all these social media apps and these movies and all this social engineering. The drill on the top has taught girls that they have to look a certain way, that their jawlines have to be a certain way, their waist has to be a certain way, and it's just it's a culture of they want you clear skin. You want to be, handsome if you're a man. If you're a girl, you want to be attractive. But if you're a guy, I'll just talk from a guy's perspective. Yeah, try to be handsome. If you're handsome, going handsome, like, I don't know if I'm handsome or not, honestly. Like, people tell me I look like I'm dying lately. I don't make a joke of that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. People say that I look too thin lately. But yeah, remember, being handsome or being beautiful is a big part of just loving who you are and being confident. It has nothing to do with the way you look. It's just accepting the way you look. And if you could do that, others will accept you. Love yourself first, and others will love you. So I hope that answers the questions about the dress code. And remembering that Asia is somewhere that puts a lot of importance on first impressions and the way you look. Okay, so the second video I'll do after this one will be about social circles and staying in the green zone, how to make friends, which I am like the last person in the world you probably want to ask about that. But I watch people, I study people. I've sat here for 3 years learning in isolation, watching both foreigners and Vietnamese, studying them, observing them, seeing how social circles work here, how the social dynamic, how the dating scene works, how phone technology is interfere to fit. So yeah, I could do a good video on that. And the third video, part 3, I'll do about the workout stuff. So if you have any more questions further on that, on the dress code, about schools and about what to wear, just let me know in the chat or the comment, and I'll reply. So I hope this helps, gives you some insight on what to wear when you're a teacher in Vietnam. So, okay. See you later.